What's up, guys? This is Rogue and Rage from Fireteam Paradox, back with a weekly episodic series we like to call Halo Friday. Now,
somewhat weekly.
Before we go on to talk about any topics whatsoever, also, I am heavily spiking the mic. Like, I check these beforehand, and it's like, oh, it's completely fine. And then the second I start recording, like, the wavelengths go crazy. So I'm going to turn that down very slightly. There we go. Okay. So, something I wanted to mention is, if you're here for news on Fireteam Paradox, like, if you saw the teaser trailer and you're like, what is it? I need more information. That is coming in the next few weeks or so. I don't know. I can't guarantee next week. I'm going to see what I can do about that. I have no idea. But this week, it is just myself and Rage.
Hello.
And it's Halo Friday. So enjoy the footage. Sit back. Relax. It's Friday, everybody.
What footage are you even going to put?
Well, the way I do Halo Friday now, because you haven't been on in weeks, is basically we don't watch a match anymore. It's just too complicated. Basically, I've a bunch of pre-recorded matches just from a day, just from grinding out with, just playing with Deadeye and, Shadow in 2 different sessions. So I have a lot of footage from that I could just overlay, which will be overlaid. I also have stuff from, Annual, the Xbox One version, and, Deja Vu.
Right.
So,
we had a tiny bit of Deja Vu in a previous Halo Friday, right?
What do you mean by that?
I think it was with Scout, like towards the end.
Oh, you're talking about like footage and such?
Yeah.
It might have been Scout or it might have been Deadeye where, I believe it was Deadeye and myself split screening and he walked into a room and started spinning around.
I meant the Halo Friday with Scout. Whereas you did an interview with Scout.
I know. I'm just talking about like the description of the footage.
Yeah.
So there's no set topic this week. We're just kind of
talking.
Yeah, talking, vamping, whatever. Just kind of entertain you guys. Just kind of what was it? Not clear off. What was it? What do they say? Cool off after the teaser. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah, we're just cuz like last week, very busy week, especially for me. That took a long time to put together, but let's go on to something else. Video games. What have you been playing, Rage?
I have been playing Murder Suspect for the last few days.
Okay, how's that been?
I've heard a lot of bad stuff about it, and then I've been playing it myself, and it is actually really, really fun.
Really, really fun. How far would you say you are through the game?
The game's not long, so I'm expecting maybe halfway, maybe over halfway at this point.
Okay.
With the game.
How are you with achievements and such?
Achievements and such, I do believe I am over halfway done with the achievements.
Achievement-wise or gamer score-wise?
Achievement-wise. Gamer score-wise, I'm at like 300 something.
Playing any more games or not?
I am playing Assassin's Creed from time to time. The original Assassin's Creed, just trying to get
on the Xbox 360. Right?
Yeah, on the Xbox 360, just trying to get the.
That is the one with Altair. Keep talking. That's the point of like the very low voice thing is that so they still hear you and they hear me.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm playing Assassin's Creed 1. I am just trying to get like the rest of the achievements right now. I'm trying to get all the flags like everywhere, very very slowly because there are a bunch.
Okay. You almost done with the achievements in that one?
It's still gonna take a little bit because, like I said, I only got like 10 achievements left to go in Assassin's Creed, but they're all very time-consuming.
A lot of collectible based and such.
Yes.
Do you have a question for me, Rage?
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Oh wow. Well, like what wise?
Well, I know you've been playing Banjo-Tooie.
All right, come on, just take it a step back before you go forward. What have you been doing? Go to the next part.
All right. Well,
What have I been doing in terms of?
Oh, okay. You asked me to ask you questions. I'm asking you questions, now just answering them instead of telling me what to ask you.
I am your boss.
I don't give a shit.
You're fired.
Damn.
All right. Well, that was this. I'm kidding, of course. So video games. I've been playing. I just bought myself Banjo-Tooie, and yes, I know what you're saying. The replay's coming out. Why would you just buy it? Because I'm weak. Okay, I'm weak, and plus Rare deserves the money. But like, I played Banjo-Kazooie. I bought it back in like May or June, early June maybe. and I played through the first several levels. I got to Mad Monster Mansion. That's an alliteration for you right there. And I kind of just stopped for a while. I eventually went back to it several weeks later, and I just plowed through the game within 2 days. It was such an amazing game, such an amazing experience. So I'm like, maybe I'll play Banjo 2. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna leave where it is. Cause I've been just watching like gameplay videos here and there of Banjo Tooie to see if it's any good. You know how drastically different it is. Cause I never played it. It's kind of one of those things that I never got to play when I was a kid. So I'm like, yeah, let's just look at it. I'm like, the mini games seem kind of hard. Everything seems kind of tedious. It's like where in Banjo-Kazooie, it's like, oh, you want to get, if you want to complete a level, you can do it just right there. You don't need anything. You can just bung it out right there.
There was a time where you were like, I do not want to touch Banjo-Kazooie games at all, and now you're like obsessed.
I'll explain that in a minute. So with Banjo-Tooie is if you want to complete a level, you can do as much as to a certain point, and then for the rest of your jiggies or whatever you need abilities from future levels, which sucks, but it makes the game longer, I guess. And it's a fun game. Like, I really liked what they added so far. Right now, it's kind of iffy between what do I like more, Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie. I would now like a Banjo 3E, and I'm pretty damn excited for Yooka-Laylee. I have, as of today, I have half the achievements in that game.
Oh, let's also talk about what we did with our gamer score today.
80,000. That's
Exact.
it. That's it. So I guess I'll talk about the Banjo story. So back when I was like I never really I would always prejudge a lot of titles. It's like originally it's like, oh, I don't like Borderlands. Borderlands sucks. It doesn't look good. It's just because maybe like one person I knew played it and I didn't particularly like that person. But it's like, I tried it and it was a really fun game. I played it like over a weekend or something. I played most of it. Didn't go back to it for a long ass time. Eventually did and beat it. Good game. Good game. I played Borderlands 2 since. I played the pre-sequel. I got the Handsome Collection on the Xbox One. Never bought any of the original DLCs. On the 360, but I mean, on the one they're pretty fun. I haven't actually gotten to Borderlands 2 yet. I will though. I've been playing them through with Deadeye, which we just recently beat pre-sequel after like a long-awaited absence. So going back to the Banjo story, I prejudged that in the sense where it just didn't look like. It's like
You did not like Banjo.
I was looking, the first time I saw Banjo was on the cover of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
And you thought he looked like an idiot.
I thought he looked like an asshole. And I'm like, this guy just looks like really aggressive. Like cause they're nuts and bolts model. And basically like it looks much more updated and kind of like mean in a sense. It's like, wow, these are like, they look more animal than cartoon now. Which like, wasn't really appealing to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from that. And ever since, I've never really liked them. But eventually, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try Banjo-Kazooie. And now I love the series. It's a great series. I absolutely recommend it to anyone. In my opinion, it is because oftenly compared to Mario 64, it is better in my opinion.
It actually makes me want to. Well, I'm not sure if that N64 that we have over there still works, but I do wish to play Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie on an original 64 along with any other rare games, maybe like Donkey Kong 64 or something like that as well.
Yeah. Also, the Donkey Kong Country games were also made by Rare. Those are really good.
Yes, I really want to.
Actually, we own one of those. We own one of the original Donkey Kong Countries. I don't know if it's one or two though.
I think it's one.
We might have to buy a new N64 though.
We have two. And oh no, not N64s. I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Super Nintendo. Yeah, because that's what country was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Your Banjo-Kazooie story reminds me of how I was with Assassin's Creed, because I played Assassin's Creed 3. Yeah, bad game to start Assassin's Creed with.
Oh yeah, I remember. Like you were like totally against that game. You're like, it got bad reviews everywhere. Like my friends hate it. It's like you were totally against that game. You got to like a certain point, you're like, you were stuck. You were raging. Hence your name, and it's like, I'm just done. I'm just done.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna play it. About 6 months later, Assassin's Creed 2 came out for Games with Gold. So I played that, perfected it, like within like the short time of playing, and I absolutely loved that game. I immediately went back to 3. I beat that. That game is really hard to perfect, so I'm not sure if I'm going to or not.
Can you just TLDR this?
What?
Too long, didn't read.
Okay. So I eventually got the rest of the games. I absolutely love the series with the exception of Assassin's Creed Unity. That's the only game that I do not like in the series.
Why don't you like it?
They just changed it too much, in my opinion.
Changed it too much from what exactly?
Gameplay-wise. Because
from what? Like,
well, the
from
combat...
Assassin's Creed 4? Like, is it... Because to me, like, look, from an outsider's perspective, never playing any Assassin's Creed looking in, it seems like it's more like the originals. Like, it seems like it's more like Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, where it's like, it's basically just like Assassin's Creed gameplay to its core.
Okay, yes and no. You're talking about Unity, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes and no. It kind of brings it towards that, but they kind of put in like too much new stuff when it comes to actual combat. There we go. And
isn't that a good thing though? Cause like it's a more advanced combat system.
No, it is more advanced. Maybe that's why I don't like it and stuff. And they just, I don't know. To me, they just made it a little more complex. And I haven't really tried much with co-op, but I just didn't like Unity. Well, first of all, Unity also had a lot of problems too. And I'm not sure if any of them got resolved, but you know. So,
like the game is pretty much, I mean, no one's complained about it for a long time, so I know that they put out several bug fixes.
Either that or they just don't care about it.
No, I know that, like, the game is still jumpy from here to here. I hear, but, I hear it's pretty much fine.
They said Rogue was worse, but I enjoyed Rogue.
You enjoyed Rogue. You enjoyed
Not you. Not you. I hate you with all my heart. But no.
And that's
Assassin's Creed Rogue was a pretty good game. It was supposed to end the Kenway trilogy, kind of like what they did with like 3 Ezio games. So they had 3 Kenway games.
They had 3 Kenway games? 3?
Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Assassin's Creed Rogue was supposed to finish it
4
off.
was a Kenway game?
Yeah, you didn't play as Kenway, but you were with Haytham. In the whole.
Okay. Haytham is his father, correct?
Is Connor's father, yes.
Okay.
Okay. And Assassin's Creed Victory looks pretty good. I actually haven't read much about it because Assassin's Creed Unity has actually kind of made me take a step back towards Assassin's Creed. So I haven't read much into that, but I am excited to play it because it sounds like it is better than Unity.
Okay. So do you have anything else video game wise you really want to talk about?
No, not really. I think I've got everything I wanted to say out.
So there's a small thing I want to address. It's really not my place for addressing it here. Now that you're watching this, about 2 weeks ago, there was a Star Wars video released. It was part 3. That video unfortunately does not have any audio whatsoever due to song copyright claims from the Star Wars soundtrack. And yeah, and it won't. There's something wrong with the whole copyright thing where it won't let me remove a certain audio track. So it's basically saying, sorry, you can't monetize this, and we're taking out all the audio. Okay, thanks, bye. So I deeply apologize for that. I'm probably gonna put it in the description as soon as I can. And I'm sorry, Rage. But if the schedules are correct, there should have been another Lego Star Wars this week, and there probably will be next week, right, Rage?
Yeah, I have everything set.
Okay. With Master Chief Collection, that is slowly updating. I have a lot of work to do in the sense of I'm working a lot on teaser stuff. It's not the teaser anymore. It's just Fireteam Paradox
In general.
Yes. we're still kind of working on Scout to get Scout plays going. It's not really like, it's like, we gotta find, there's certain things that we gotta get going. We're almost ready. We're almost ready. A lot of it is based on Scout. So, it's, and, Deadeye, sadly, it seems like, I asked him about the whole Twitch thing, and, I mean, you saw it here on Halo Friday. He's like, Twitch is just giving him a lot of problems. He's probably not going to be doing a lot of it. He may go back and do some, or he may even go back and do, like, he may go back to it, like, eventually, just to do more series, if it's working fine for him. Shadow, he's Shadow. He's not really, like, he's a part of this channel, but
he's here, but not here.
He's not really part of this channel in the sense that he doesn't make Let's Play videos. You'll only see him in Fireteam Paradox. And by Fireteam Paradox, I mean, like, the series kind of thing. So, I believe I covered everyone. Yeah, Sega Arcade will be updated whenever. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching and tuning into another Halo Friday. This has been week 16, 15. Any closing remarks, Rage?
Goodbye.
This has been Rogue and Rage, and we are out.